What does Mr. Rogers have to do with Black history? Turns out a lot. This month, in 4 parts, I'm going to highlight Fred Rogers' connection to Black history, starting right now with part 1. Little known fact, in addition to being a beloved television host, Mr. Rogers was also a pilot. Even lesser known fact is that he was taught how to fly by his black brother. That's right, Mr. Rogers had a black brother. Let me explain. When Fred Rogers was 3 years old, a young man named George Allen, who was himself just an early teenager, came to live with the Rogers family after his own mother had died. George Allen would turn out to be a major role model for young Rogers, and he was highly accomplished in his own right. Allen was already interested in flying, but after moving in with the Rogers family, he took lessons at the airport in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. To earn money for flying lessons, he played drums 5 or 6 days a week with local dance bands and worked as a chauffeur for Mr. Rogers' father, James H. Rogers. After he had made his first solo flight, he sold his car to buy his own plane that he repaired with help from some aviation mechanics. In 1941, Allen went to the Tuskegee Institute as one of 3 black instructors of pilot cadets. Their students ultimately became the core of the 99th Pursuit Squadron and other fighter groups, the first black pilots ever to fly for the U.S. military. That's right, George Allen, the young black man who lived with the Rogers family, was an instructor of the famous Tuskegee Airmen, the first black pilots who helped win World War II. After the war, when Mr. Rogers was in high school, Allen returned to Latrobe and taught young Fred Rogers how to fly. Throughout his life, Rogers highly admired George Allen and often referred to him as his black brother. Why is this important? Because in a span of a couple weeks where the Tuskegee Airmen were removed from and later returned to an Air Force training video, and as diversity initiatives have been baselessly blamed for 2 tragic crashes, George Allen is a reminder that when it comes to aviation, we're not new to this, we're true to this. No black pilots were involved in this week's crashes, but black pilots like George Allen have long been at the forefront of defending our nation. I'll be back next week with more on what Mr. Rogers has to do with Black history. Like and subscribe for updates.